Yes, I am live. I'm gonna get this all worked out. I'm using YouTube Live again, so hopefully we can get this all. Hopefully I can get this all straightened around because I'm not using OBS today. Our internet's out. Long story, but hopefully I can get that corrected. Hopefully it is straight. I'll have to try it for a couple minutes, see what's going on. Get all this fixed around. Hey, Country Cycle Cam, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Hopefully this is working. I'm using YouTube Live today. I'm not using OBS. Our Wi-Fi's out. Long story short, I'm uh, not our Wi-Fi's out, but our internet's out completely. So, is it crooked or does it seem to be? Is it okay? Sorry, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get right now. But anyways, I'll hopefully that works. But I'll read the chat. I've opened up. Okay, sorry, my wife's messaging at the same time. Hopefully she stops right now. Yes, Country Sucker Cam, you're first. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Desmond's Donner, Steve, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Um, I'll look for the rainbow bar. You won't see it because it's on my phone. It's got nothing to do with the computer this time. So I'm hoping the rainbow. I notice if I go live through the phone, that doesn't happen. So, but hopefully I don't run into the problem. I'm running Wi-Fi, and yeah, last night, the cold weather, the storms and stuff have caused the internet to go out. But then I called our cable company, and they said, yeah, the people next to you, they have the same company, and they're not having any issues. So they're going to send somebody out between 12 and 2 tomorrow. So hopefully we can get it corrected. Kelly's Paulson. Hey, Kelly, how are you? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. It's almost the weekend, right? It's almost the weekend. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Steve Believe Guitar. Hey, hello. Sometimes I have manually checked my sub feed. No notifications. No, there won't be. Because literally at 1:58, I punched this in because physically my internet keeps going out. It works for about half an hour, then it drops out, and I'm out for 5 minutes. It doesn't come. It doesn't matter if I manually start. I'm the tech man, right? Not the tech man. I'm the technical issue man. That's what I should be calling each issue. I called it Thursday. I didn't know what to call it today. Um, let's see here. Angel Munez. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you, Angel. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. I'm using YouTube Live again. I like it. It's just I've had some issues, so that's why I went to OBS. But I've got internet issues, so I'm grabbing some Wi-Fi if that makes any sense. Hopefully that made sense. Timber Hill Redbones. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. I've got the phone right above the computer. I'm looking right into it, but I'm reading the chat. I've got the computer still working, but I know it drops in and out. So if it drops out, I'll have to read the feed on the phone. But for now, I'll just read it through the computer until it drops out. Let's see. Ujaga Pivy. I finally said it. Dano, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Mate, I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. Big Lee's Eats. Hello, Big Lee's Eats. It's nice to see you. SM64ZFX. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for coming. It's 7 p.m. here in the UK and it's snowing. Oh my gosh. Yes. You know what? Today here it's minus 22, wind chill minus 38, or about that. And it is the coldest we've seen right now. I was out for about 3 minutes cleaning the car before I took my wife and son to school and work, and literally it was so cold, everything was freezing up. I couldn't believe how much it was freezing. Let's see here. Hopefully you can hear me. I think I may have corrected some of the sound issues today with the mic. I went into OBS and I set it from 100 setting to 1500, and it picked up the sound tremendously. So I'm thinking that might have fixed some of the issues, but I don't know. I've actually plugged the mic too into a different USB port. We're not running through OBS right now, so it doesn't matter. But once we get that back up and running in the next either day or two or by next week, we'll be able to test it. Yes, Steve, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's Thursday, one more day. It's the weekend. And you know what? In the future, it probably is. It will be. It's Friday already, probably in Australia and stuff. So, Big Lee Seats. Hello, Big Lee Seats. It's nice to see you. Hope you're okay today. Um, let's see here. Timber Hill Redbones. My water line in the kitchen froze. Oh, geez. You know what? That's what I've been afraid excuse me, what I've been afraid of. You know what? The pipes freezing, in either in the walls or in the basement. I'm just gonna knock on wood right now, but I feel for you. Hope we're able to get somebody out to fix them for you. Dismas Donners -5 here in clear skies to going to get colder. Yikes. Would you get Jago Pivy? There we are. Yeah, it's cooled down here a bit today. Top of 22 degrees Celsius expected. We're 16 Celsius at home right now. Imagine that's a little more livable than almost triple that. Yikes. Mickey XO, Mickey, how are you? It's good to see you. Mickey, I'm using the phone today. Had internet issues. It's got something to do with the line the cable company says, so they're going to come out. It comes on for half an hour, 45 minutes, then it drops out for 5 or 10 minutes. So we've put Wi-Fi on, and I won't tell you whose Wi-Fi I'm using. But yeah, we've got internet for now, and just for the hour or so that I'm on, and then I'll turn the Wi-Fi off. But I'm actually using our internet on our computer still, and it's working, but I know it's going to drop out, so that's why we're broadcasting through the Wi-Fi. So it won't drop out if anything. Well, Sylvia, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Okay, I'll have to take a look at it, Sylvia. I'll have to take a look at it. Timberhill Redbones calling for 58 Wednesdays. Oh my gosh, a little chilly. It could be YouTube. Yeah, it could be, Sylvia. It could be. Mickey, yikes! I hope it works out. Well, what are you gonna do? You know, I'm not the technical man. I'm the man that's had technical issues constantly for the last couple months. So, you know what? If I go do coffee shop lives, I grab Wi-Fi. That's I'm going live one way or the other. I'm going live one way or the other. What the show about? What the show about everything? I just dropped in for a minute to show support and give a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good Thursday. You know what? One more day. It's the weekend, right? One more day. Thanks, Sylvia. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Uh, Stephanie Cardinal, how are you? It's great to see you. Welcome. Say hi to Stephanie Cardinal. Say hi to everybody. And if there's anybody new in the chat, if you don't know them or they don't know you, check out your channels. Check each other's channels out. Leave a message. If you like their content, leave them a message. That way they can check you out as well. I mean, if you're not going to watch, different story. But if you like what they do, leave them a message so they can check you out as well. What comes around goes around, as far as I'm concerned. What's that? Well, I heard about Grant McIntosh. Some people are. What happened, Wawia? Sylvia, I don't know what happened, unfortunately. Did something happen to Grant McIntosh, Sylvia? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Six Hand Spice, hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Espen Matheson, hey, from Norway. Oh my gosh, Espen. Espen, do you know Mim? Mim is one of my fellow friends on here. Mim, M-I-M. He's from Denmark. He's been traveling back and forth recently to Sweden because his girlfriend is originally from Sweden, but they live in Denmark. But real great gentleman. But Espen, nice to meet you, and very nice to meet you. And I hope it is not too chilly in Norway. I imagine you're probably used to some cooler weather. I'm in Canada. We are used to cooler weather, but we're in a little bit of a deep freeze right now. It's pushing -38 today. Yesterday in Chicago was I think it was close to -70, if you can believe that. Mickey says here in Texas it's a mild 50 degrees, weekend 78. Oh my gosh, Mickey, I think we should all go to Texas. Stephanie Cardinal says, well, I can't stay one to drop in. Take care, everybody. Stephanie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have a great day, okay? Have a nice weekend if I don't talk to you before the weekend. Have a good weekend, Stephanie. What? Wawia. Really, Wawia? Or is this just a hoax? Hopefully everything's okay, Country Cycle Camp. I hope everything's okay. Was it a hoax, or did somebody tap his account? Hopefully, for everybody's sake, everybody's okay. I don't. Nobody would want to hear that. That's for sure. Gemma, hi. How are you, Gemma? But yes, Sylvia. Nobody wants to. Hopefully, everything's okay. Thinks he's going to take time off. Jake Fishing interviewed him. Okay. Espen Matheson. Don't think I know him. Here it's -6 Celsius. I mean, it's a big. Scandinavia is huge. I would just say he's one of the gentlemen that comes here. That's all. But no, you definitely. There's millions of people over there. I realize that. I apologize. I was just saying there was one of the gentlemen that comes in here that's from Denmark. That's all. Country Cycle Cam Tuesday. I had to leave work early, feeling down and stressed, and now I'm thought it. through it, feeling better. Okay, good, Country Second Cam. I don't like hearing that you weren't doing so well. It's unfortunate. Certainly is, Sylvia. Sweets, just stopping in for thumbs up stream. Sweets, thank you so much. I hope you're having a good day. I really do. It's almost the weekend, right, everybody? I know it's almost the weekend. You know what? It's a great day. It is. I really appreciate you dropping in. Like I said, you know, I know it's a busy day for everybody. It's always busy. People are either at work or coming and going, but much appreciated when people drop in. I really appreciate it. I think you got hacked. Yeah, Sylvia, it sounds like, and it's too bad. It really is. You don't like hearing stuff. Needless to say, you know, true or not true, it's a terrible thing for somebody to do something like that. It certainly is. Country Cycle Cam, local bicycle commuter was yesterday and dealt with a royal. Just see the video. I still feel angry about it. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. There are some people out there that can raise the stress level, aren't there? There certainly is, and I'm really sorry to hear that. Ujaga Pivi, missing most of the chat, just listen. Oh, that's okay. You know what? I do the same a lot of times. If I'm doing the dishes or running around the house doing something, I'll still turn somebody's chat on, but you know, I'll hear a piece here and there. Might not hear the whole thing, but it's okay. I mean, if you're here, that's great. If you're not, it was great for you to come in that. I appreciate it. But no, nobody has to ever stay. That's for sure. You know, and it's always great to see everybody, but everybody's got things to do in their life. So I do appreciate it. I really do. Thanks, Six Hand Spice. I much appreciate it. Gigi Adams, how are you? It's good to see you. Joe's not here, as you can see. She's at work, but she'll be home in a couple hours. And you know what? Just one more day, right, everybody? One more day. It's the weekend. Where's Joe? Yeah, I guess I answered that. Sorry, I guess I should read sometimes before I open my mouth. No, Mickey, I realize you're at work, but I appreciate you stopping in. I really do. I hope you have a good one, Mickey. And you know what? Maybe everybody will show up in Texas to get some of that warmth. But it's nice to see you, Mickey. Thanks again. I really appreciate you dropping in. I really do. Hope you have a good day, Mickey. Dismiss Thunders. Can you imagine if he had been older, had a heart condition or something? Exactly, Dave. That is something, isn't it? It really is too bad. Florida Pirate, stopping in to say hi. Florida Pirate, much appreciated. Thank you so much. I hope the weather's okay for you, Florida Pirate. I hope it's not. I imagine it's not too cold, but I hope it's livable for you. It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for dropping in. Skeleton, Bushcraft, and Survival. Greetings, my friend. Greetings. How are you, my friend? Great to see you. As you can see, you know what? Just met and that, but thank you very much for coming. Much appreciated. I do a live stream Monday to Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I live in Canada. I live in London, Ontario, which is halfway between Toronto and Detroit. 2 hours from Toronto, 2 hours to Detroit, about an hour and a half from Niagara Falls. But yeah, 2 p.m. Monday to Friday. It's just I get on here. It's nothing specific. It's not a set topic like you know, it's sports, fishing, hunting, aquarium, whatever you're interested in. It's not a specific topic. Just pretty much everybody comes in, and as they come in, introduce them, start talking to them, and then everybody's talking in the chat. It's just how the day goes, and then everybody chats amongst themselves with us. And then, you know, if there's a specific topic, like this week it's been the weather, how cold it is. We've been talking about that a few days and stuff. Don't try to spend the whole time talking about it, but it just depends on what maybe something's going on in my life or with somebody in the chat, and we can talk about that. Just a friendly chat, I guess some might say it's like a coffee chat, which it probably is, but just a bunch of friends, good friends here talking amongst each other, and new people coming in. And when we meet new people, you know, we introduce each other and just kind of going around in a circle. That's all. But thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it. Really do. Brain Brand Reality TV, just stopping in to say hello, show some love and support. Thanks so much, Braden. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you are having a great day. It's almost the weekend, right? It's almost the weekend. Sorry that it's going through the phone, but I like it like this. I can't always do it this way. Well, I guess I could, but I've liked the other way too. I just had internet issues, technical, but internet issues. It comes on for 45 minutes to an hour, drops out at any time. So instead of doing that, get the Wi-Fi going, get it going this way, so it's not going to drop out unless the Wi-Fi drops. Let's see here. Skylark Berto. Berto, how you doing? Hola. It's nice to see you, my friend. It's nice to see you. Melinda Damon Broadcast. Hello, how are you? I'm just having a coffee here. It's great to see you. Welcome. If you're here for a minute or however long, much appreciated. Everybody say hello to Melinda Damon Broadcast. Everybody say hello to each other. It's great to have everybody here. Hopefully, is it loud enough? I think it is. I'm not going through the mic or OBS, so I'm not having any issues that way. I think it should be loud enough, but if not, just let me know. I can get closer or get a lot further, which probably most people want me to get a lot further away. But anyways, it's great to have everybody here. It certainly is. Sylvie says some snow the past few days here, still cold, but not bad. Exactly. Sylvia, the school buses were all canceled. Some of the kids had their final exam today. It was like the final exams for most of the high school kids were done yesterday, but then the makeup exams were today. But since the buses were canceled, they had to cancel the makeup exam. And tomorrow was a professional development day, so they couldn't make it up tomorrow. So we got an email for all the kids in the high schools around London here that they don't have to go to school Monday. They don't start back till Tuesday. My daughter called and said, "Dad, I don't have to start till Tuesday." She was so excited. They have to make up the makeup exams on Monday because they couldn't do it today or tomorrow. But anyways, my daughter gets one more day, so she, instead of getting a 4-day long weekend, she gets a 5. So she's a little bit excited about that. Desmond's daughter's audio is fine. Good. Good. Yes, Skeleton Bushcraft and Survival. Just met them, and they're saying hello to everybody, saying hope everybody's well. It's great to have you here. This is just a great community. Great bunch of friends, great new people that come in. And you know what? We always say anybody that's new, if they don't know Skeleton Bushcraft and Survival, check them out. And if you check them out, leave a message so they know you were there. Because it's a great way to grow, and also it's, if you like the channel, which I do, and once you go and check them out, you'll be pleasantly surprised in that you'll like it, you'll love it, and when you do, leave a message so they can come back to your channel as well. It is a great way, and it's a great way that I met a lot of people. A great way I've learned to find a lot of new interests that I may have had a little bit of interest in but didn't know much about. So through this, it's been a great way, not just this channel, through other lives as well. Oh gosh, Melinda Damon broadcast says it's 14 degrees here in North Reading. Oh my gosh, Reading, Massachusetts here is another deep freeze for the weekend. It's wind chill minus 25 below. Yeah, I'm hoping it starts to warm up. I thought I saw CNN's website or something was saying that in the next day or two it's supposed to warm up. I hope. Espen Matheson must go late here. Stay safe, y'all. Yes, Espen, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Stay safe yourself, and please stay warm wherever anybody is. Thanks very much for coming. I really appreciate it. It was great to have you here. More than welcome back anytime. Everybody check Espen Matheson. Thank you again, my friend. I appreciate it. Have a nice one. Have a good day and weekend. Hey, Cooper Trooper. Hey, Thomas. How are you, my friend? It's good to see you. Enjoy your streams. Thanks, Country Cycle Cam, as well. I do. I'm not going to lie. I don't get over to everything as much as I should. I try, but I don't as much as I should, so I'll try harder. But it's good to have you here, Country Cycle Cam. I really mean it. Down the Rabbit Hole Travel. Hey, Marty, how are you? Good afternoon. How are you? Good? Not OBS today. We have Rogers internet, and since last night, about 10 o'clock last night, internet would go off for about 5 minutes, then come back on and be on for about 30-40 minutes, then drop off. So since then, I called them. They said, it's not technical issues everywhere, it's just technical issues for us. So they said they're going to send somebody out tomorrow between 12 and 2. So in the meantime, instead of dropping out of the live stream, I just hooked up the phone and hooked up Wi-Fi. I will not get dropped out. It's the data will stay for the hour and stuff. So it's good to see. Anyways, I just wanted to explain why it wasn't running through OBS today. You get to know people. You sure do, Sylvia. You certainly do. You certainly do. Society XTV. Hey, hope all is well up there in the cold. Yes, everything's good. You know what? It's still freezing, but I think in the next 24 hours or so, they're saying, I think CNN said something like in certain places, like it's going to warm up like 70 or 75 degrees, if you can believe that. But it's supposed to be warming up in the next day or so, it says. Braden says, Braden Brand, Reality TV, I've got to go and edit. Talk to you later. Thanks again, Braden. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Nice to have you here. Well, Sylvia says, yes, Jeff, warmer on the weekend Sunday. Oh, gosh, that's good. You know what? Anything for the warmer weather. Anything for the warmer weather. Thomas Mini Cooper Trooper says, I'm great, Jeff. How are you? Good. I cannot complain. Cannot complain. You know, it's one more day to the weekend. I imagine it's almost 7:30 for you there. How's everything been for you, Thomas? Everything well? I hope everything's well for you. Yes, Sylvia, it's impossible to get to everyone's channels. You know what? I say I try, and I do try, but you know what? Sometimes you miss more than you should, and that's on me sometimes too. So I have to admit I'm not going to sit there and try to make things up to people. But you try. But you know what? Everybody's got lives, everybody does, and that's why I always say to people, never anywhere. It's great to have people here, but please, I mean, I know people are not worried, but you know what I'm trying to say. Never worry with me. Uh, Country Cam, I know, get so many video notifications, gets hard to keep up sometimes and still show everyone. Exactly, Country Cam. I mean, what are you going to do? It is true. Um, yes, 70 degrees out, but that's what I hear. I don't know, but that's what I hear, Sylvia. Society XTV, I've been in right now, it's -3. Are you in Michigan, Society XTV? I might be wrong. I'm just curious. Ujaga Pivy. I usually catch up on people's videos at nights and the weekend. This one of the live streams I catch only now as it comes when I wake up for work. Yeah, that makes sense. I understand. But no, I appreciate it. I mean, you know, I love having you here. But please, you know, if you're busy, please never worry. I tell that to everybody. I love having people here. I'm not trying to ask people to come or push people away, but just to let people know if you're busy, never worry. And I mean, I understand. You know, people. You know what I'm trying to say. I guess I should zip it. But thanks again for coming, everybody. I appreciate it. Down the rabbit hole travel. Marty says, I'm good, hardly lazy today. Got to get moving, but just unmotivated. You know, I imagine a lot of us are at some point, but that's understandable completely. This weather, the sun needs to come out, get rid of all this white stuff. Maybe not the white stuff, but just get rid of this cold weather. Mini Cooper Trooper, Thomas says, just smash the like button. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it. Society XTV, I am in Michigan right now, and it's -3. Yeah, I figured, you know, I just misread it, and I thought it's got to be Michigan. Yeah. You know what? I'm in London, Ontario, which is 2 hours from Windsor, Detroit, and London's also an hour. One way it's 2 hours to Detroit, Michigan, and the other side is an hour to Port Huron, Michigan. So we usually pass through Port Huron because it's a lot quicker, and you know you don't have to run through Detroit through the border that way because it's a zoo. And Port Huron, you know, it could be busy there, but it's a lot quicker to go through Port Huron than it is through Detroit, I find. And it only takes an hour. The weather is a bit draining. It certainly is, Sylvia. It certainly is. You know what? As long as the sun's out, I don't mind. But when it's all gray and stuff, it's so depressing. It drains you. It really does. Yet it seems like from the time you get up to the time you go to bed, and especially, you know, if you're out at work, it seems like you go out and it's almost dark. By the time you're coming home, it's almost dark. Thank goodness the sun's starting to come out a little bit more. But oh yes, well yes, Sylvia. I imagine Mini Cooper may not. Yes, over in the UK. Yes, Michigan's a state in the United States. That's right, Sylvia. Well, you've been to Port Huron as well. You know what, Sylvia? We technically go over to Port Huron every time. We used to go through Detroit, but not as much anymore. It's 2 hours, so it and a lot of times, unless we're going like south, if we're going south, we probably go that way. My brother lives in Illinois, so when we go to see my brother, go up through Port Huron, it's a lot quicker. It'd be way out of our way to go through Detroit, so we go through Port Huron. But yeah, I like Port Huron. It's a nice little city or town in that. Uh, Sylvia, shoveling nonstop. It's been crazy, hasn't it? It certainly has. Oh, my uncle's plows. Ah, okay. Society XTV, as far as I know, they're Michigan, so I imagine the U.S. side for sure. Uh, Country Cycle Cam, yes, I like the days getting longer. I can ride straight home and it's still daylight after work now. Exactly. I picked Joe up at 5. You know, if you get there 20 to 5, which I don't get there that early, before about 3 or 4 weeks ago, if you get there at 20 to 5, it was still light. But by 5 o'clock, it was almost getting pitch dark. Now it's almost 5:30 or so before the sun really starts to go down 5:30, 20 to 6. So it's not so bad. But I understand country South can that sun. Um, it needs to come soon enough, doesn't it? Oh, Illinois. Yes, Sylvia. My brother met a girl about 9 years ago, and he moved to. He lives 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours out of Chicago. He lives in a small little town, but this closest city is about 15 minutes from him. Would be Bloomington, Illinois. So if you know where Champaign or Bloomington, Illinois, Bloomington Normal. Uh, but a lot of people have heard of Bloomington, but that's where he's close to. He lives about in a small town, like I said, about 15 minutes outside of Bloomington. But Bloomington's the biggest city. It's a nice place. I think it's like Kitchener Waterloo. They have a place right next to it connected called Normal, so they call it Bloomington Normal, just like Kitchener Waterloo and stuff. K1 Eats, hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Welcome. It's nice to have you here. Um, Louise says it stopped snowing a few days. Thank God. Yes, I hope. It really hasn't snowed here a lot lately, the last day or so. But it's just the temperatures dropped so much. Steve, believe I'm here listening, doing the dishes, and putting grandmas to bed. Oh, Steve, no worries. It's great to have you, but you know what? You're busy with your kids. No worries ever. It's like I told everybody. It's great to have everybody here. Everybody's got a life, so if you drop it in, that's great. But you know what? If you're busy, never worry. But it's always great to see you. But I realize, Steve, that at this point you're getting kids to bed, and that I understand that completely. Hope the other son is feeling a little bit better. I know one had felt not so good, started feeling better, and then the other one got sick. So hopefully they are feeling a bit better. Quan Eats, it's so nice to see you. Welcome. Everybody say hi to Quan Eats. Dismas Saunders Dave says, laugh out loud since Michigan is being mentioned. I have Simon Garfunkel's America in my hand. Oh, gosh. Society XTV. I live in South Carolina. I'm a truck driver and I drive to Michigan twice a week for my pickup and delivery. Ah, what part of South? I mean, you don't have to tell me Society XTV. We used to, you know, first probably 19 or 20 years of my life, I would go to South Carolina every August we'd go down when I was a kid. Um, yeah, I probably was maybe maybe it was 18, the first 18 with my parents, and that my parents always go to Myrtle Beach every year. So we go through Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina. But I haven't been there in years. I have not been there in years, but it's still one of my favorite places. At one point, when we'd always go through, uh, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina. That's when we lived when I was a teenager. That side. When I was a kid, I lived in Toronto. We never went up that way. We'd go up through New York, Pennsylvania, up through Virginia and stuff like that, and get to South Carolina that way. But my favorite place on the way was always stopping in south of the border. I don't even know if it exists. I haven't been in so many years. Somebody said that they think it's still there, but I always remember going as a kid, and I'm talking like 25, 30 years. I'm talking about 30 years ago almost. And yeah, south of the border was my favorite stop on the way there. Well, Sylvia says, I'd love to travel to the U.S. again in Ontario, Quebec, places I haven't been. Yes, I understand that completely. We haven't been over Sylvia in, gosh, a good year or so, a year and a half, I think. And we used to go a few times a year, but we haven't been, honestly. We've been busy here and stuff with the kids and the family. We haven't been over, but my wife and I said we used to go over every couple months and make a weekend. We usually take the kids over, go shopping, and spend like a Friday and Saturday night and stuff like that. It was kind of fun, now my mom's just the only one living. My dad's passed away a few years ago, but I remember even when he was alive, that's what we do. All six of us. There's four of us, and then my parents. We used to take them, and we'd have a good time. They like getting away, but now that it's just my mom, we tend to take her with us just because she's by herself and stuff. But we haven't been over there in some time, unfortunately. But maybe it wasn't that long. Maybe it was. We went to Missouri a few years. Yeah, maybe it has been a couple of years. Sam the man Escalima. Hey, I'm on lunch break. Stop by. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate it. I realize you're busy, so I do appreciate you dropping it on. Sam the man Escalima. If you don't know him, check his channel out. Great gentleman in that. Great channel. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate you for dropping in, but I realize you're busy and that. So however long you're here, great. But don't even worry. At any point, whenever you have to drop off, head back to work. But thanks, Sam. I really appreciate you dropping in. I really do. And it's been a great day. There's been a great bunch of people drop in. There certainly has. It's been quick. I don't know where the last, like we're about, what, half an hour in? It seems like it's gone like just flew by the last half hour. Sylvia says, my mom's been to Myrtle Beach. Nice place, Sylvia. It certainly is. And you know what? Well, I mean, like I said, I haven't been in years, but back in the day, it was quite reasonable to go. As far as I'm concerned, it's one of the few places that you could go without going to like a tropical island. It was almost like that. You drive in on the bridge and that into Myrtle Beach and that, and it felt like you went away to like a. It felt like you've actually left the mainland, if that makes any sense. But quite a nice place. Quite a nice place. What's south of the border? Well, south of the border, it's not a truck stop, but it's a place that you stop as you're entering in. I don't know if it's. I think it's on. I would imagine it's in South Carolina. I don't know, but it was like a. It's like a place that you stop. Then there's different. Not a service center. It's definitely not that. I don't know how to explain it. Uh, Society X TV could, if you are still in, maybe you could explain it if it still exists. Oh yeah, Sylvia. Bye, Jeff. Have a good day. You too, Sylvia. It was great to have you here. Okay, thanks again for dropping in. Hope you stay warm, Sylvia. Have a nice day. Okay, thanks again. Appreciate it. Real Makeup Stories. Just stopping in to say hi. Real Makeup Stories. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Hope you have a great day and hope you're staying warm wherever you are. We're in Canada. It's a little bit of a deep freeze, just like everywhere else. Not just here. Everywhere. Canada, the States. Deep freeze the last couple days. So definitely stay warm wherever you are. But thank you so much for dropping in. Much appreciated. Everybody check out Real Makeup Stories. If you know the channel, awesome. If you don't, check them out. If you like the content, leave a message so that way they can check you out as well. Not a great bunch of people in here, but check each other out. You don't know what you're missing sometimes. So definitely check out Real Makeup Stories. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Dan Anderson, I respect. Dan, thanks so much, my friend. Check out Dan Anderson. Great guitars, great gentleman. Like I say to everybody, if there's someone you don't know, please check them out. You don't know what you're missing in that. But thanks so much, Dan. I really appreciate it. How's everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. We're just kind of trying to stay warm, Dan. So I don't know, how about yourself? Is it? Are you in warmer climate, or is it? Are you in the deep freeze as well? Hopefully, if you are in the deep freeze, hopefully you're staying warm enough. Ujaga Pivi, just thought I'd say hello from February. That's right. You're in the future. That's right. Now, there's a good question. We have something called Groundhog Day in North America, Canada, the States. I'm not trying to be ignorant in any way. Is Groundhog Day just a thing here in U.S. and Canada, or is it a thing overseas too? Like I said, not trying to be ignorant. It's a good question. If you don't know, best to ask somebody from someplace else. I don't know. I would think it's just here, but I mean, like I said, I could be being ignorant about it. So if anybody from overseas does have it, great. But just let us know if you do. Skeleton, Bushcraft, and Survival. Well, I have to go, but I'm glad I stopped in. Awesome channel, awesome people, and God bless all. Skeleton, Bushcraft, and Survival. Thanks again. I appreciate you dropping in. And everybody, you know what? If you don't know Skeleton, Bushcraft, and Survival, check them out. You don't know what you're missing until you check them out. And leave a message while you're there. Thanks so much. I appreciate you coming. I really do. Like I always say, it's great to have everybody here, but people have things to do in their life too. But thanks again, my friend, for coming. Much appreciated. Like I said, this is some people like coming. As you can see, it's if I could get rid of this backdrop, it's my kitchen and the living room. We live in a townhouse, but let's see here. I got a pop-up. I can't check the message just because it populates on my screen, but I'll check it out after. Sorry about that, okay? I do apologize. Gosh. Ujaga Pippi, not a thing here in Australia. I didn't think so, but you know what? You never know. So it's a good idea to ask in that. But yes, no, Steve, I realized that it popped up but disappeared. But if I click it, I might actually, I'll check it out after, Steve. I will, I promise. I'm not being rude to you. I just can't while I'm live right now because it literally pops up on my feed through. Anyways, I'll check it out after, Steve. I will. But hope everybody's having a good day. I really do. I really, really do. Oh, okay. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. I heard this beep and I thought, what's that? And then I saw the icon appear on the phone. I'm like, I will check it out after. I will only. I will. But UK is not a thing over there either. Not a thing here. The church has Candlemas, but it's really symbolic halfway between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. Yeah, here, Dave Desmond's Daughters. It's kind of a like a tradition here. That's all it is. Is tomorrow they have Punxsutawney Phil or something, and some other. There's two groundhogs, one here in Canada and one in the States. When they see the shadow, is it 6 more weeks of winter supposedly? It's like I think it's all like a not a hoax, but all kind of a thing. Literally, I imagine the Farmer's Almanac could tell you exactly what the weather's going to be so far in advance. But honestly, it's just something they do on February 1st, and then they let everybody know. As far as I'm concerned, if you're going to be having 6 more weeks of winter at this point. Claudia, how are you? Claudia, welcome. It's nice to see you. Mini Cooper Trooper. Thomas says, okay, everybody, I've got to go. See you next time. Thomas, have a good one. Thanks again for coming, my friend. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great one. I hope you have a good one. Let me just take a sip here. I'll just be 2 seconds. Sorry, everybody. I'm just needing a drink. Jaga Pivy. See you, Jeff. Gotta go, everybody. Gonna head to work early and beat the traffic for a change. No worries, Dano. Thanks so much for coming. I appreciate it. Like I said, I know you're busy and you're on your way to work, but it's great to see you. Okay, have a good day and hope. Imagine it's warm there, anyways. But if not, hope you stay warm. I imagine it's staying warm, anyways. But it's great to see you. Thanks again. Have a good day at work and have a good weekend. I appreciate you dropping in. Mini Cooper Trooper Thomas is saying bye, everybody. Take care, Thomas. It was great to have you here. Thanks again. I really appreciate you dropping in. Desmond Saunders, Dave says, apparently the groundhog is right about 39% of the time, which probably beats the MAT office. Exactly. I mean, we pretty much know if we're going to have it or not. And I mean, it's kind of self-evident and stuff, but it's for fun as far as I can see. That's Steve. Welcome, everybody. If you're having a great day, please consider leaving a big like. Thanks a lot, Steve. I much appreciate it. I do forget, like Steve says, anybody new to the chat or to the channel, if you're new and you do consider subscribing, there's a red subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. And if you see the bell next to it, if you hit the bell, tap it or hit it or lick it or whatever you want to do to it, that'll give you notifications for the lives and for the videos. Do I sound like I'm stuttering or something? Lately, I sound like I don't have any teeth in my mouth or something. Sounds like I've got marbles in my mouth. I thought, what the heck's wrong with me? But I noticed on the playback, I thought, I'm starting to sound like an old man or something. Okay, Steve, all of you can laugh. I know I'm turning into an old man. But literally, I swear like I'm got marbles in my mouth or something. I don't usually sound like this, but lately, I find I have. Let's see here. Where are we? And as I say, where are we? My wife would say, you're at home. I realize that. But let me just check this. So how's everybody's day doing? Anybody have anything exciting? I'm not going to stay till like 3:30 today or anything, or 3:20. I'll just go to 3 o'clock. It's about 20 more minutes. So anybody here, great. If people stay, fine. If they're in and out, that's fine too. But yeah, I'll only stay on to 3 o'clock today. I will not bore anybody to death with that. Anybody have anything exciting going on their channel or coming up on the weekend? So Dave, Desmond's Daughters, I know, are you going on a Donder this weekend, or do you know yet anything specific? You know what? When I put in that video, your scenery, I truly mean it. Like there are places, but not exactly here that is as exciting. If you go up north, like a few hours from here, definitely you see like fun and excitement going out in the wilderness. You'll see some of that lovely weather where you're showing the rivers and stuff like that. You see a lot of that up north. So there is stuff. You just have to go a couple hours. I imagine like a lot of places you have to sometimes, especially in the city, you have to go out of the city to see stuff. But around here specifically, the city, and we're surrounded by rural areas, so a lot of farming around the area. In the city, it's all like geared for university kids and stuff. I mean, when I say that, it's geared for a university. It's as trendy as, I call it yuppie. I don't think yuppies have existed, or they don't call anybody yuppies anymore. But all that like younger, and I know that, like I said, see, that's making me old saying yuppies because that doesn't even exist. I don't think they don't even use that word anymore. But there's a lot of everything's geared for young people and stuff, especially downtown. It's all the bars and the pubs. Everything downtown is all for like the 20 something crowd. Willie Parker, hi Willie, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully you're staying warm. As you can see, you know what, still running here, but I'm not running through the other program. I'm running through my phone today. Had some internet issues. Started last night before we went to bed. Dropped in and out for a bit. It would stay on for 20, 30, 40 minutes and go out for 5, 10 minutes and then come back. I called the cable company. They said they're going to send someone out tomorrow. They said it's not a problem in your area. I thought, you know what, with the weather, or maybe there's people in the area having the same issues. They said, no, it looks like it's geared right toward your line in your house. So it's either the box outside or something in the house. So you say they're coming to fix it, sending a guy out. I know what's going to happen. He's going to come. He said, oh, yeah, it needs fixing. We'll need to send somebody out. But that's what they always say. The funny part about it is they don't, the guy that comes and never fixes. They send another guy. They send him to tell you this is what needs fixing. Then they send another guy, which makes absolutely no sense. Dismas Donders, I put up a new channel trailer, as you know. Yes, Dave, you did. Dismas Donders does not look like we will be away this week and cannot source a handbrake cable. Ah, okay. Well, you know what? I wanted to get away too this weekend, but we're not getting away. My wife said, Joe says, I find this time of year we don't get away as like I'd like to because the weather in the city is not so bad, but on the outskirts, like if you get it on the highways and stuff here, my wife will not travel the highways in the winter because any other time of the year, you know, people are crazy out on the roads, but the winter, you don't want to get stuck out on the highway. You could be stuck in one time when Ethan was born, a few weeks after he was born, we went to see her family, which is about 7 hours north of here. Came home and we were 12 to 15 hours coming home. We literally, about 30 minutes away from home here, we hit a snag. I said to Joe, I said, it's funny, you know, for the last 5 minutes, the other side of the highway, we haven't seen a soul drive by. And she said, that's weird. Yeah, you're right. We haven't seen one car drive by. I didn't get those words out of my mouth before we came to a dead stop. We thought all you could see in front of you were cars and transports. I thought, what's going on? Turned the news on to find out there's been a 75 car pileup in front of us. We didn't move. We sat there for almost 5 hours, 6 hours, and Ethan was a baby. And luckily, I just filled up the tank to keep the car running. Otherwise, I think he would have frozen the car. So my wife said, never again. Never will we travel in the winter like this, especially on the highways, because there's been every winter there's usually a major accident somewhere out on one of these highways. And a couple of winters ago, there was I think 60 or 70 car pileup on one highway, and they were 2 days before they got out. They were flying things in and out, but you couldn't leave. They were stuck out on the highway, and there was nowhere where to go. So my wife won't have any part of that. Willie Parker says, I'm staying warm. Good. And Willie's saying, hello to everybody. Willie says, it's the same in America because DirecTV is a nightmare. Oh, gosh, Willie. Yeah, our cable here in Canada, my cable provider for internet's Rogers, but that's only in Canada, so anybody else would not know what that is. But that's who I have for cable. And they're not bad. It's pretty quick, the cable, but unfortunately when it goes out, I don't know where the source lies. But they say it's somewhere in the house or on the box somewhere. Belker TV, let me try that again. Belker TV is here. How are you? It's good to see you. Great to see you. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you are having a good day. Pretty good Thursday, you know what? It really is. Excuse me, you're pretty decent Thursday. Can't complain. It's too bad sorry about that. J Real Slots wasn't here. Every time he comes, he likes to see the dog. As you can see, the dog's been sleeping on the love seat or whatever it's called here, and you get to see her today. But for some reason, she doesn't like to come on. Oh, you can see her a little bit better there. She doesn't like to come on. She doesn't like to come on the screen. If she jumps up here, she freaks out. So I try not to push her too much, but. Belker TV says, Steve, believe. What's up, family? Willie Parker says, just trying to stay warm in warm North Carolina. Willie, what's the temperature down your way? Anyways, it's without the wind chill, it's minus 22 here, and then with the wind chill, you're looking at high minus 30s and that right now, Willie. But it's a little chilly here. It's a little chilly. I found out going out to the car to start it up this morning. Literally, it's about a 3-4 minute walk, and in those 3 or 4 minutes, I could feel my nose freezing up inside, if that makes any sense. Let's see. Refresh that. Let me just check that. Okay. Oh, really? It's 52, is it? That's not bad. I could live with 52 right now. I definitely could live with 52. So what's everybody else up to? Mini Cooper, what's up, family? I think Belker, Mini Cooper may be gone now. He was a few minutes ago saying he had to get going. I think it's close to 8 o'clock over in the UK, so I think Thomas Mini Cooper had to get going. As far as I know, he did, but I'm not sure. You don't like it, Willie? That's too bad. That's too bad. So, anybody have anything else going on today? Anything going on either at work or at home or anything? I mean, you don't have to tell me. I'm just curious. Bits of Bags. Hey, what's up? It's almost Friday. Yes, it's almost Friday. Thank God for that. Hey, thank goodness for that. As you can see, no OBS today, Fitz. We're just running through the phone, which, you know what, to me, if I could run it like this every day, I would, because it's actually not so bad running through the phone. I just put it over top of the computer. Our cable, our cable internet started going out last night. Worked for a bit, then it'd be out for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Then it'd work again. It was off and on. My wife's like, turn it, unplug everything. He did the same thing. Woke up, I thought it was working today. Then called the internet company. They said, yeah, problem. It's just on your lines. All the other people in the area it works for, just your problem. So they said, we'll send a tech out tomorrow for you between 12 and 2. So my daughter will be here tomorrow, which is good. So have to take off. She can let the fellow in. But yeah, supposedly they're going to fix it. But I know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to come, get the tech guy out. He's going to say, yep, there's the problem. And then it's like, okay, fix it. Then he's going to say, we'll have to send a person out. They have to send a tech out to tell you they need a tech. It's the funniest thing on earth. But Willie Parker, have you ever heard of the former baseball player named Gaylord Perry? Oh, yes, I did. I have heard that name. I haven't heard that name either since the 70s or 80s, Willie. Has he passed on or has something happened to him, Willie? But I have heard of him for sure. Desmond Donners. I was just listening to SSTV transmissions from the IIS earlier on my radio gear. Now, Desmond Donners, Dave, not to be ignorant on my part, but I am definitely going to be ignorant because I have no idea what that is. What's SSTV and ISS stand for? I'm just curious because I don't know what it is. Fitz and Bakes, Murphy's Law. Exactly. Oh my gosh, isn't that the truth? Fitz, Sylvia, Wawia, I think she goes to Grant McIntosh's and maybe Lacey's. She might go to yours too, I don't know. But Wawia, her name's Sylvia, but her channel name is Wawia. I think her channel name before was Sylvia W. Anyway, she came in at the beginning and she was saying something about something happened to Grant McIntosh. Did somebody hack his? Have you heard of that? Somebody hack his channel or something? I don't know. She didn't know either. She was just talking about it, and I thought, yikes. Hopefully everything's okay for him. But anyways, I don't know if you don't have to talk about it on here. That's for sure. But hopefully everything's okay for him. Willie Parker said he's from my hometown, Williamstown, North Carolina. Okay. Is he still alive, Willie? I mean, I'm not trying to be. I don't know. If it's a big, so yeah, okay. Desmond Donners. Dave says, slow scan television at International Space Station. Okay. I see, Dave. I had no idea what it was. I needed the clarification. No idea what it was. No idea. So is it, Steve, believe any day super busy, Joe, today? Yeah, Steve. Anyways, we will not talk about. I'm not going to upset her on the air, so we'll just say Joe's not here today. How's that sound? You know when some of us guys sometimes say things and we shouldn't, and we get ourselves in big trouble? You know me, I can start saying things and forget that I'm actually live and say something. So I'm just going to, Joe's not here today. Is that better? She will be back. I don't know when. I mean, she's just at work, but I don't know when she'll be back on the live. I think she's busy at work. Is that good? I No more clarification. She's just not here today. Let's leave it at that. Willie says yes, he's still live. Okay. It's a big. So someone pinged his IP while he was live and called the cops and on him, and he really. Yikes! Oh, that's too bad, Fitz. I heard that something happened, but yikes! Hopefully he's okay. That's horrible. Can you imagine? That's horrible. Somebody doing that. That's terrible. But hopefully he's okay himself at least. That's terrible. Yikes! But there's people out there, isn't there? There certainly is. Well, like I said, hopefully he's okay. That's I mean, I can say all I want, but hopefully he's okay. That's all that matters. BMDB Entertainment. Hey, Paul, how are you? It's good to see you. Yes, Steve. Wow, did you set low latency? Well, Steve, I did on the computer, but I'll tell you, I'm running through the phone right now. So if it looks better or sounds better or anything, it's because I'm not running through OBS. I'm not running through the computer. I'm literally running through my phone. I'm running through Wi-Fi because I had some internet issues. So I decided to go this way because I know the internet is sporadic right now and it's dropping in and out. So instead of doing that, probably would have, in this last 50 minutes, probably would have had to shut down about 3 or 4 times to get this working. So, and I didn't want to keep doing that. So I just run through the phone today. So, but I did switch on the YouTube settings. I set it to low latency. So when I get this operational again and run through OBS, that's set. And I think the sound, the mic, I turn up the mic levels in OBS. By default, they're set to 100 in OBS. And I watched a tutorial. The fella says change it to 1,000 or 1,500 for the mic settings, and I did. And I noticed I did a quick test through the webcam, and I could hear the levels increased. So hopefully that'll fix a few things. And I've also plugged the mic into a different USB to see if that fixes anything eventually. Comac Strickland, how are you? Sunshine, how are you? It's good to see you. I think I missed a few people. Sorry, I got yapping and I missed some people here. Sorry about that. Willie Parker says, you got a brother who played baseball too, Jim Perry. Okay. Nice to see you, Comac Strickland, Sunshine. Great to see you. It's good to see everybody. Thanks so much. The latency is like 0. Yeah, Steve, I noticed. I did a second stream later after the first one yesterday, and the latency, you're right. It fixed a lot of the chat, because it was 30 or 60 seconds behind. It was non-existent once the low latency was switched back to from normal. So you're right. Thanks a lot, Steve, for telling me to fix that, because that's fixed that issue completely. Fitzabig says, yeah, he was talking about it on Lacey's stream one day this week. Oh, so it didn't just happen, Fitz. It happened earlier on in the week. I'm really sorry to hear that for him. I really am. He's a super nice guy. He doesn't deserve that. I mean, nobody does, but he's a nice fella. I'm sorry to hear that for him, and that I really am. Country Cycle Cam, what? Got SWAT serious charges should be filed against. Yes, Country Cycle Cam. It's too bad, isn't it? It really is. Definitely does not deserve that. I mean, I don't want to. I just. Yes, audio is higher, Steve. But when we get back to OBS, hopefully maybe the audio's been increased, because I think the levels for the mic have been increased with the mic settings through OBS, because it was set to 100 by default. And literally, it's so low when you go to 100, Steve. I went to 1,000. It seemed level. It seemed a lot more increased, but I think 1,500 might be too loud. It picks up too much background noise. But one thing with OBS I know is if 1,500 is too loud, I can change it right away. Steve, I will get your message after. I see it popped up. I'll literally check the messages after, Steve, so don't think I'm being rude to you. I can't check them while I'm live right now. But audio is higher. Good, Steve. Thanks. Yes, Country Cycle Cam. It is too bad, isn't it, to think something like that could happen, unfortunately. Belker TV says, remember, you guys, please keep warm. Yes, Belker TV, you're right. Wherever everybody is, please stay warm, because you know what? They say in the next 24 hours things are supposed to go back to normal, semi-normal. But you know what? In the next 24 hours, definitely stay warm because you never know. You don't. Campania's TV from Istanbul, Turkey. How are you, Campania TV? Thank you so much for dropping in. I really appreciate it. Willie Parker says, I had pizza and salad for lunch. Ooh, that sounds good, Willie. It sounds good. It does sound yummy, doesn't it, Sunshine? It certainly does. Fitzbake says, I'm going to get back to work. Still don't have earphones yet. You know what? If I had an extra pair, I'd send them to you, Fitz. Have a good one. I appreciate you for coming, buddy. I really do. Have a nice one, and have a good day. And for any reason, have a good weekend, okay, Fitz? Thanks again, buddy. I appreciate you dropping in. Have a good one. And stay warm if it's cold your way, my friend. Oh my gosh, it's my brother. Hey, how's everybody doing? Mark Wilson, that's my brother, everybody. So if you see him in the chat, it's my brother. He lives down in Illinois, close to Bloomington, Illinois. So if anybody knows where that is, that's where my brother is. It's great to have you here, Mark. Thanks. Mark, you know, we have Rogers Cable. Last night, the internet started going out, went out sporadically, be on, off. And so it went off this morning for a bit. So I switched OBS. I switched from using the computer. Literally, I've taken the phone, plugged it up right over top of the computer, and using Wi-Fi right now and going live that way. Just because the Rogers cable through the desktop computer was going off and on, and it probably would have went off 3 or 4 times. So today I just ran with the phone, and it seems to be working. And the Blue Snowball does work, but through OBS, I think the settings for some reason they can be sporadic. So I've changed the settings. They're set to a default setting of 100. I watched the tutorial, and they said to change into between 1,000 and 1,500 settings for the mic, and it increases. So hopefully that fixes it. It's good to see you, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. It's cold here, Mark. It's minus 22 with the wind chill. I think it was down to minus 38 or so. So this is coldest, but I hear by tomorrow it's supposed to warm up. I imagine it must be, was it minus 44 there for you? Must be warm. Hopefully it warms up in the next day. Oh, okay, Steve. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yes, Sunshine. Earphones improve everything. They do, Sunshine. Fitz and Bakes, you know, it comes in from work sometimes while he's on the stream, so using the headphones would help him. But I think something happened. They must have either wiring or something broke for him, so he just needs to get a new pair. That's what he was joking about. Mark Wilson says, hi, everybody. It's good to see you, Mark. Thanks again. Belker TV, Mark Wilson, what's up, family? Belker TV, Mark Wilson's actually my brother. But yeah, no, it's good to have you here. Mark says minus 22 here. So it's cold there too. It is cold there. So what else is up, everybody? Everybody have anything else going on? I'll be on for a couple more minutes, and I'll call it a day today. But yeah, Mark, I called Rogers. I'm just going to tell my brother what happened. We called Rogers to say, hey, it's working now, but the service has been in and out the last 24 hours. They said, oh, yeah. The problem's not in your area. It's just with you. I said, what? They said, we're going to send a tech out tomorrow between 12 and 2, which is funny. I hope that they fix the problem. They said they're going to figure if it's inside or outside the home, but it's funny. They'll send a tech out. He'll probably figure where the problem is, and then he'll say, we need to send a tech out to fix it now, because that's what they did last time. The guy that came about a week or 2 after we got the service, he came out, he checked the line, he goes, yep, figured out where the problem is, we'll send a tech out. I said, who are you then? What are you here for? Literally stayed 5 minutes after that and left. And then it worked again, but yeah, it seems funny how they work. Belker TV, you all need some California weather. Oh my gosh, do we ever need California weather right now? I would gladly take that in a second. I really would. I would. Emergency vehicles, trains, aircraft, etc. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're staying warm. We're in a bit of deep freeze, but just like everybody else, not just here, it's everywhere, all through North America. I think throughout the world pretty much right now, maybe except Australia. I think Australia, Keg and a few of the other Australians were saying it was like 46, 47, 48 Celsius, if you can ever imagine that. Can you imagine that? I've seen 40 or 41 degrees before, but that's it. But almost 50 degrees Celsius, can you imagine that? What a difference. How is everybody? Emergency vehicles, trains, aircraft, etc. is asking. Hope everybody's doing good. You know, we've been on almost an hour, and I don't even know where the last hour has gone. It's gone so quick today. It has certainly gone quick. It's gone very quick today. Emergency vehicles, trains, aircraft, etc. Asking Desmond Donders how they're doing. Sunshine asking how they're doing. Good, 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 good. Um, Belker TV says it's 58 and raining. Steve Believe. That sounds nice right now. Actually, maybe not the rain, but the 58 part I could do with in a second. We could do with that in a second. But Mark, if you are still here, I was talking to a fellow in Chicago. He says it's close to minus 50. Um, oh, there's a good question. Did they get was it the roof or the pipes or something happened, Mark, at your place? Did anybody get out to take a look at it for you? Hopefully. Oh, emergency vehicles, trains, and aircraft, etc. Are you at 2 or 3K? It says you're 5 away from my goal. Everybody, check out emergency vehicles, trains, aircraft, and etc. A 2 or 3, 2 or 3K, or you might be higher. I don't know. But Todd, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. 21090 Brewing. Hey, Jeff. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you, Todd. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good one. And you know what? It's almost the weekend, Todd. So you know, you have a good weekend, Todd. And I appreciate you dropping in. I really do. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're staying warm. It must be. I imagine it's cold down your Baltimore area, aren't you, Todd? Hopefully, you're staying warm, my friend. I really do. It's minus 22 here. Wind chill. You're looking in the high minus 30s. But here, Chicago is down to almost minus 50. Dakotas yesterday were close to minus 60, and then I hear Minnesota was almost minus 70. If you can ever imagine that. Mark Wilson, that's my brother, says, yeah, had a roofer come out on Tuesday, but they can't do anything until the weather warms up, which that makes sense. Lindsay's mom had a pipe burst yesterday due to the cold. Yikes. There's somebody else in here, Mark, as well, that said their pipe burst as well. That's what I've been afraid of. This morning, I didn't even think of it till this morning, hopping in the shower. I thought, yikes, can you imagine if a pipe burst? But I was thinking, hopefully if it did, it wasn't in the walls or down in the basement, but usually that's where it would happen. Rob's Homemade, hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome. It's nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Todd 21090 Brewing says, it seems like it's cold everywhere in North America. Oh my gosh, Todd. Deep freeze. I think I was flipping through one of the channels, and one of the news channels said that it's supposed to be warming up by tomorrow, which I hope it is. Somebody said here by Saturday or Sunday, but the next day or two, I imagine it'll start warming up. I hope. Mark says she was lucky and had a plumber come out and fix it within 2 hours, so it wasn't a major disaster. Well, that's good, but still, I mean, this time of year, and it's usually, well, I mean, it's only going to happen in this time of the year, unfortunately, but wouldn't wish that on anybody. I certainly wouldn't. I would not. Let's see. Oh gosh, let's see what we have here. Let me just take 2 seconds. And look who it is. I love it. I love it. I love it. Drongos. Big Keg, how you doing, buddy? Good morning, Drongos. If anybody wonders what Drongos is, Big Keg's from the future. He's from Australia, and Big Keg, he'll call it this channel Drongo of the Day. I guess Drongo is Aussie slang for idiot, the word idiot. So when he says good morning, Drongos, I love it. Anyways, Keg's a great fellow. Check him out. But I love that name, Drongos, everybody. Mark, that's my brother, everybody. Mark Wilson says, hey, I got to take off and get back to work. Talk to you later. Yeah, take care, Mark. We'll talk to you again. Thanks again for dropping in. Have a good one. 1090 Bruin, just talking to a few people. I need a lot more of you in... Yes, Sunshine, I need a lot more of you in Baltimore. Oh my gosh, I can imagine, Todd. I can imagine. Desmond's Donders. Mark, if you're still here, Desmond's Donders. He's from Scotland, from the UK. He's saying bye to you. Yes, definitely stay warm. Dave, Desmond's Donders. My brother comes in once in a while. Him and his wife work from home, and once in a while he gets in when he can, and if he does, he's in for a few minutes, then he's off again. It's probably just his break, and that he just popping in to say hello. Belker TV says, Mark Wilson, I just hit that red button. Okay, family. That's good. So, Mark, I imagine he'll get that Belker TV. Like I said, he doesn't get on here as much, but when he does, he drops in for a few minutes. So he definitely will get the link for sure. And Big Keg saying hello to everybody. Todd from 21090 Brew says hello. Cheers to Big Keg. And I guess Mark is still here for a minute. He says, thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. So, Mark, you should probably see all those. But you too, Mark. You have a good weekend. And thanks again for dropping in. Hopefully I can talk to you in the next few days and that. Sunshine says 57 here and sunny. Wow. 57 sounds wonderful right now. It certainly does. Keg, you're giving us that weather for the future, or from the land down under. Weather report 24 degrees Celsius at 7 a.m. That sounds beautiful right now, Keg. It sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. We're looking at about minus 22 this morning here, Keg, and about minus 38. Talked to Mike Albright yesterday. He was saying it was minus 54 in the other night, and so I think it was going down to minus 60 there in North Dakota where he is. And in Minnesota, Keg, minus 70. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Never heard of anything like it. Muscle Car Appraisal. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. One day I will get to one of those car shows. No, I wasn't joking with you when I sent those messages. When my dad was alive years ago when we were younger, my brother and I, we always wanted to go. We were close. We lived an hour away from Detroit, so Windsor, Detroit. So we always wanted to go to the Detroit Auto Show. There's one thing my dad talked about every year, and then as he got older, the last few years, he always wanted to go, and it was always going to be next year we go. And then a few years ago, well, anyways, he was just older and he had a stroke, so he passed away unfortunately. But we never were to get there with him. So I'm hoping. My son's right into cars. He loves them. I know not just the bare minimal, but my son, he's 11. He could tell you the insides and outsides, the specs of a car, what it does, how fast it goes 0 to whatever in so many seconds, tells you what's in the engine, tell you. And I just look at him like, okay, sounds good. But yeah, my son, he's 11, and I would love, since we didn't get there with my dad, I'd like to go there with my son and my daughter too. I don't know if she'd be interested, but I think she would. But we went to the Toronto Auto Show last spring or last fall. I forget what it was. We had a great time. It was fun. He got to see all the cars. He's right into those sports cars like McLarens and all those. And he was telling me about the Bugattis and all those cars. But he's right into that stuff. But I'm sure the Detroit Auto Show will be the supreme one for him to see. It's good to see. I really appreciate you for dropping in. I really do. Big Keg, you're so cool. Oh my gosh, you love that weather, don't you? I love it. I love it. I love it. Big Keg says to Desmond Saunders, laugh out loud, Dave. Sorry. Oh, but Big Keg, you were in for a little bit of surprise in the last 24 or 48 hours yourself, weren't you? There were some bushfires. If you check out Big Keg's latest video, where he lives in Corindi in Australia, there were some bushfires. I don't know how exactly far they were, but there's bushfires very close to him, and he'll be showing what was going on in his latest video and that. But I'm glad to hear you're okay, Keg. I'm definitely glad to hear you okay. Do you believe I have to go, my friend? Have a great day. You too, Stephen. I'll check this out after. Once I get everything done today, I'll check it out and send you a message. But thanks a lot for coming, Steve. You have a good one, okay? Thanks again. You have a great day. Thanks again, Steve. Appreciate it. Have a good one, my friend. Willie Parker says, did you see Funny Canada comment? No, Willie, I will have to take a look. I will have to take a look. Raphael Scrapper. Hello, Jeff. Hello, everybody in the chat. Good to see you, Raphael. Nice to see you, my friend. Great to see you. Hope you're having a good one, Raphael. How's the weather? You're in Netherlands, right, Raphael? Hope the weather is good for you. A little chilly still here, but they say in the next day or so here, the cool weather that everybody's having is, I don't want to say it's going to dissipate, but it probably should be on its way out of here, starting to warm up in the next 24 hours or so. Big Cake says, fire got within 2 kilometers of the town, but all good now. Well, that's good to hear. You certainly don't want it to, you know what, if you went out west or northern parts of Canada, Keg, it gets like that, especially the wildfires, especially up in the north and up in British Columbia out west and stuff like that. They get these big fires because it's all like forestry areas and stuff. But yeah, and especially when it gets dry and stuff, everything lights up and it can jump like in a second, they said. So I'm glad that you're okay, my friend. I am. Oh my gosh, Mia, how are you? Morning. Sorry so late. No worries, Mia. No worries. It's good to see you. Nice to see you. I'm on the phone today. I'm broadcasting from the phone today, Mia. I'm not. I don't have the computer. I don't have my regular setup. I'm running through my phone today because I think we were talking to you on Instagram, and literally when we were talking to you, our internet was going in and out last night, so it would work for a few minutes and go off. Did that all night last night, and it started off working this morning. Then it went off sporadically. So we called the internet company and they said they should have somebody out tomorrow, but it could be going on and off all day. So instead of losing the connection, I hooked my phone up and hooked up the wireless, like the Wi-Fi connection. It's running that way. That way we don't drop off. But That's why it looks maybe and sounds a little different today. Let's see. Let me just adjust. Sometimes when you sit here for a while, you know, it could be just getting older or something. But sitting here after a while, you need to do that standing up after about an hour or something. We've been on what about 70 minutes, so probably do another 10 minutes or so, and then I'll have to cut it short because Ethan's at school. I have to go pick him up and that. But let's see here. Big Keg says Queensland. Oh, old. I'm not Queensland. Old. Yes, Keg. Old. That's. I'm 49 now, Keg. So I'm. You know, this year, at the end of the year, I'll be 50. This is the big 50 for me, buddy. So I'm. I know, but I'm starting to feel it. I started feeling the last couple of years. But just maybe. I'm. You know, complaining. That's all I'm doing. Gosh. Oh, Desmond's daughter Dave says 49 is old and 50 does not hurt. Well, no. You know what it is? I need to get it. Dave, all this is you're right. And if I exercise, if I walk and do a lot of stuff, if I stay active, I wouldn't be like this. But the last few months, I can see it on my face. I'm filling in my face. I haven't been exercising. I don't get out and walk like I used to. I used to walk 5 clicks a day. And, you know, it'd take me about an hour, but I felt like $1,000,000. I got myself in good shape doing that. And I didn't feel anything. But if I don't exercise, I need to. And I think, you know what? I'm not getting any younger, so I definitely need to keep exercising. That's all I'm saying. Fish Keeping Jamaica. Hey, Raleigh, how are you? Hey, brother, how are you? Good, good, good. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying warm. I imagine you are. It's Jamaica, but I hope you're staying warm. We're in a bit of a deep freeze over here right now. We're running in the minus numbers, and they had a lot of cold weather in this part of North America. Uh, Fish Keeping Jamaica. It's been a little chilly. Willie Parker says, "Bye, Jeff. Be safe on the roads." Yes, thanks, Willie. You take care, my friend, and have a good one. Okay. It's great to have you here today, and we'll see you again. We'll talk to you again, Willie. Have a nice one. Thanks again. Uh, Fish Keeping Jamaica says, Jeff, Jojo, how are you all? Good, good, good. Fish Keeping Jamaica, Joe works for another about just under 2 hours, hour and a half. Then I'll pick her up from work. So she's doing well, but she's not into the live chats as much this last week or two. Fish Keeping Jamaica, she's a little busier at work, so she's not able to come in. Long story short, she probably won't be into the live streams, and if she is, it's just going to be for a few minutes here and there. It won't be like it was previously. A lot of things have happened. Long story short, Joe will not be able to do the live stream in the afternoon like this anymore. It's a long story, but anyways, she'll still do the come on live with me at night on the Jeff and JoJo show on Sunday nights, and some other times when we're live, if we're on the weekends or any other at nighttime, she will. Or, you know, if she was home from work or something. But while she's at work, she can't come on the live stream unless she's at break or something or lunch. Blessings. Thanks, Fish Keeping Jamaica. Thank you so much to you too, my friend. Desmond's daughters laugh out loud exercise does running around in circles and jumping into conclusions count. Yes, Dave, it certainly does. Fish Keeping Jamaica says we have a lot of rain. Big Cake, Jeff, exercise or you'll end up looking like Cake, you don't look bad at all for your age, my friend. You do not look bad at all. But Cake, I just need to, you know what? Since I started this YouTube thing, I've been busy doing this, and I love it, but I haven't been exercising. My wife says that I need to. Josie says I need to get out. I think once this warmer weather comes, I'll start walking about 15, 20 minutes a day just to kind of get back into the routine and then kind of pick it up. But I do need to get out. I mean, everybody needs to exercise, some kind of exercise, or you know what? We all just go to some kind of exercise. Raphael Scrapper says, Jeff, last time my friend come out with theory we will not get 50 this year because when we get born, he wasn't 1 year old, he was 0 years, and he claimed he will be 49, not 50. Oh, geez, Raphael, yeah, no, you know, I turned 50 at the end of this year. I was born in 1969, so this December, the end of the year here, then I'll turn 50. So got a while away to go. I have what, almost 10 months or 11 months, 10 or 11 months to go. Aussie 1968 says, I turned 49 in March and I'm staying 49. Good age to stay, Mia. Good age to stay. Fish Keeping Jamaica. Remember to hit that like button. Thanks, Fish Keeping Jamaica. I'm losing my voice here. Sorry. Thanks so much, my friend. May Labata just stopped by to say hi to everybody. May, it's great to see you. Welcome. I know you're just stopping in, but May, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Everybody say hi to May Labata. Great to see everybody. It really is. Really is. Raphael Scrapper says, so is the theory you will be 49 then. Laugh out loud. Yes. You know what? It would be nice to stay that and never go to the next level, but it's really bothering me. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. It's really bothering me for some reason. I said to my wife about a week or two ago, I didn't think I could care. Usually I could care less about an age, but it's something for some reason. I think my 40s kind of did it for me. When I hit into my 40s, I realized how well, somebody must be messaging or calling. I don't know what that is, but I realized you're not 30 anymore. You're not young, but now the idea of the big 50 seems like instead of being able to go back, now you're just going ahead and head and head. But I guess that happens to everybody. I guess it does. Oh gosh, Keg, you turned 60 years this year. Well, you don't look it, Keg. You do not look it, my friend. You do not look it. But yeah, it's a big turning point, isn't it? It's funny. My big one was turning 18, and now don't ask me why. I never thought of it ever since. But when I was 17, the day I turned 18. I don't know why I thought, but at 18, I thought, oh my gosh, I can legally go to jail now. I wasn't doing anything to be going to jail. But at 18, I literally thought I can legally get thrown in jail now with a bunch of men that would rip me to shreds. But yeah, I thought of that when I was younger, and I that's like 30 some years ago. But anyways. May Labata says, nothing wrong to be in your 50s. We're wiser. Yes. No, May, you're right. You're right. Actually, you know what? You are right on that, May. You are. Raphael Scrapper says, wise comes with age, right? I do agree with you. You know what? I feel that I'm a little bit more relaxed now as I get a little older. I'm not as, especially this last year, but I find that I imagine in 5 or 10 years, I'll tell you a little different story. But yes, I find that certain things that might have bothered me a few years ago aren't bothering me as much. But anyways, I'll zip it. But Big Cake says, I don't know, Raphael. So, Cake, do you know, I think, anybody know Recycle Dude? He was on yesterday for a bit. Did he get, he was trying to get the channel, get monetized for his channel. Does anybody know, was he monetized yesterday? I don't know. I didn't get to see his channel yesterday. And I think he was just in the waiting period of getting monetized. Do you know if that happened yesterday? Because I saw him on quite a few times yesterday. So I don't know if that's what happened. Maybe he was celebrating. Maybe he not missed. Maybe he was monetized yesterday. But if anybody knows, let me know. Desmond Saunders, I missed him yesterday. Big Keg, not sure I missed it. Okay, yeah, me too. And I thought maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But you never know. Maybe next time I see him, I'll talk to him or ask him. But Raphael Scrapper says, Big Keg, laugh aloud. When I'm looking at my past, I did many things. What we'll do not right now. Yeah, Raphael, I agree with you on that. If I think back of what I did maybe 30 years ago, when I was younger, like 18, 19 years old, I would never tell my kids what I did or even think it. I would hope that they wouldn't be doing what I was doing back then. Because nowadays I think, oh gosh, you watch out for your kids and you're like, hopefully they don't do these stupid things like what some of us did, like I did at least. But I know I definitely wouldn't tell them certain of the things that I've done, or hopefully they wouldn't do either. But Big Cake says he streams at odd times, so never get to his streams as much nowadays. Yeah, sometimes I try to keep the streams, like these ones are always the same, Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. This never changes. This is always the same. And then Sunday with Joe, try to do usually after dinner our time. So that's usually kind of consistent, not really, but kind of consistent within an hour or two difference. But we try to stay the same. But sometimes we had the sporadic ones that I pop up here and there. So sometimes those ones, they're just sporadic ones. But yeah, you never know. Sometimes people stream at different times, so you don't always know. Desmond Donders, he's on his 2.1K, so probably been monetized for a while. Oh, okay, Dave. He may be. You're right. You are right. Um, Desmond Donders, Dave. Nope, I still do stupid things. Yeah, no, I do too. And my wife, will tell me when I do them, Dave. I think the women in our life love to tell us what we're doing wrong, or what we have, or what we're going to do wrong, or what we need to do. But I do the stupid things, but I don't do the stupid things that I used to do. Could have got me in big trouble back then. But at the time when you're in the midst of it, you don't realize how stupid those things are, or how much trouble you could get in for doing them. But yeah, but the kids never need to know, and we just move on, and everything's good now. So sunshine, it's great to see you. Desmond Snyder says, Dave says, laugh a lot. Even my son just shakes his head at me sometimes. Well, you know what, Dave, my kids do too. The funny thing is, I try to get the kids to listen to me, and the only way they listen is when I blow up. I'm not this guy all the time. I'm not this goofy, as say idiot or whatever. I do get upset very easily. I can, turn this off, and so the kids say something, I turn red and blow up, and that's it. But it's usually on the weekends, after telling them 4 or 5 times, and then on the 5th time, they didn't listen. Kaboom! That's it. I blow up, and that's it. But and then they get upset and like, oh, Dad blew up at us. But I imagine all parents do to some point. Raphael Scrapper says, Big Keg, yep, I see my kids doing that. Will freak out for sure, but that was fun, and who cares, right? Exactly, Raphael. Big Keg's Sunshine's laughing. Big Keg says, I know as I've gotten older, filter has gone, and I just say what I'm thinking. Big Keg, I noticed I'm doing the same thing, which I was always a pretty quiet individual, but I'm saying, especially when I go out now, my wife will say, don't say that to somebody. I'll shoot my mouth off, and I'll open the window and start screaming at somebody, and she'll be like, the kids are like, Dad, put your head back in the window. And my wife has said, you got to start doing that. You're going to run into somebody, and they're not going to like what you have to say. And it doesn't matter if I don't like what they're saying. They're going to turn, and something horrible could happen. And you don't want your kids to see something horrible happen. So yeah, no, I need to zip it, because I've realized there's no filter now, not as much. Desmond Saunders, Dave said, my son is 34, though, Jeff. Yes. Sunshine, I'm a kid at heart. Does that count? It certainly does. It does. Navigator, Lakira, hello from Shasta County Jail. Much love, new friend. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome. Let's see here. Let's see where we are. So how's everybody else's day? Everybody good? I have a couple minutes before. It's nice to see anybody that you don't know. I'll leave a message on one of their videos. It's great to have you here. Thank you very much for coming. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Aussie 1968 Mia says, Jeff, as you know, I have a mate's daughter with me. At the moment, she is still asleep, but she will be joining me in watching live streams for a while. Her mom gave permission last night. She's very excited. Good. Mia, when Joe is on, you know what? We saw, well, Joe was seen on Instagram, the nails, and Joe will be talking about that on Sunday evening on the live stream, Mia. So if your friend's daughter, if you were to watch on Sunday evening when Joe's on with me, she'll be talking how beautiful and pretty the nails are, and what a wonderful job she's done on your nails and that. But I'm not one to comment, because fellas don't always say the right things, Mia. But Joe should be better at that, and should be able to give you a better comment than I am. I can say they look pretty and beautiful, but that doesn't help. But a lady's opinion is going to help a lot more than mine, Mia. Let's see here. Navigator Lakir. I'm in Redding, California, but I live in Shasta, Lake City, but in county jail here in Redding. Okay, I understand. Desmond's daughter says, my inner child tries to jump out of bed this morning, but wait for the old wreck to catch up. Big Keg, I mouth off in the supermarket saying things like, I'm sorry I'm shopping, getting in the way out of the two, talking to the middle of the aisle. I understand. Sunshine, haven't been here in a while. I'm sorry. Oh, no, gosh, it doesn't matter, any one of you. It's great to have you here. You know what? People can come at any time. They can stay as long or as short a period of time. It doesn't matter. Great to see each and every one of you. I really appreciate each. It doesn't matter who you are. Appreciate each and every one of you, because you know it doesn't matter where you are. You've taken a second to come in, so I much appreciated. I really do appreciate it. Ozzy 1968 Mia says I have my alarm set for Sunday night. That's good. Don't worry, Mia. Joe has good things to say. She does. I mean, I have good things to say, but my comments don't mean as much as a woman's do, Mia. NYZ Outdoors. Hey, Ed, how are you? It's good to see you, my friend. Hey, everybody, it's good to see you. And roses are not always the answer. Dave, I do know that. I've done that route, and I've had the same thing happen to me. Sometimes you think doing certain things are going to help. They do sometimes, and they don't always another time. It's good to see everybody. Sunshine says doing great. Good, good, good. Well, it's a magic time 3:25. It means I have minute. What it means is I have to close down and get going, because literally it's Ethan. Ethan's done school. Our son is done school in 10 minutes. Have to go pick him up. I picked Joe up for 5. So what I've been doing, not the last day or two, but like last week, I was coming on at 4 o'clock in about 35 minutes. So I'm going to try to do that in another half hour or 35 minutes. But I'm going to have to drop off now because I have to go pick up my son from school. But what I will do is I'll come on in 35 minutes for about 30 or 40 minutes. That way, at 4 o'clock, I find there's people that can't come in at 2 o'clock because it's a different time of the day. But I will come back. Some people may be back, some people may not. But just gives me a chance to talk to people at 4 that I don't talk to all the time. Let's see here. Big Keg Guru. Later, buddy. Take care, Ed. Take care, Country Cycle Cam, Big Keg, NYZ Outdoors, Sunshine, Esmond's Donders. You do it. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. I'm just heading out. You do it. I got to go pick my son up in about 9 minutes. He's done school. I usually drop off at 3:20 at 5 at the latest, just because I have to pick Ethan up. But Esmond's Donders, bye. Catch you on the next time. Stay warm. Sneaking back just as Lindsay gets in. Yeah, take care, Dave. Take care. Raphael Scrapper. I didn't change a bit of my workspace. I can stop to be nice. Everybody comes out. Nice for you peeps, and in the butt standing in the way. Ozzy 1968 Mia says, laugh it, let all men say it. How the hell do you do anything with those buddy? Oh gosh. And Wednesday outdoors, you take care, you do it. 10-4, yes. Ozzy, ciao. Yes, I will take care. Sunshine, take care, everybody. I'll come back on in about half an hour after I get Ethan home, but I got to run, everybody. I'm really sorry. It's just I have to get going and pick him up from school. Talk to you later, okay? Bye-bye. Take care, Raphael. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks again for dropping in. I bid you do. Bye-bye.